Okay, listen. So it's crazy. I've tried to follow all the rules, and everybody keeps telling me, no, don't do this, do that. And it has been proven to be true for the most part in my past situations that didn't work out. So, I guess there's something to what they're saying. Let me start from the beginning. I have been separated and divorced for I want to say about 4 to 5 years. It took me a while to heal myself and reflect on the things that I felt like I needed to improve. It took me some time to find myself and get to a place where I was ready to receive or even have someone else in my life. I think it's important to take the time to get to know yourself at every level of your life, especially if you're between relationships. I think you have to deal with what was not, what is, and what you want your future to look like. Who is the future you? And what does your future relationship look like? Now, I've learned a lot of things about this new dating scene, but you'll have to buy the book to find out, oh yeah, there's going to be a book on that later. So there's tidbits on that. But right now I'm exploring a new thing. I don't know what to call it because the new rules are so different. So it's like trying to navigate through territory that I'm not used to. I learn more as I go, but it's still interesting to me how much the dating scene has changed. It used to be that a guy met a girl met a guy, you find a spark or an interest in each other, and you go out on a date. Once you're on that date, you talk about things you look like, the things you dislike. You get to know each other, and if the conversation was interesting enough, you would be enticed or obligated to continue the dating process with that person. And that was dating. Now I'm learning, according to my 16-year-old daughter, go figure, that you have the talking stage first, and that can go for as long or as short as you want it. But the talking really doesn't mean anything. It has no future implications, and unless you decide to take it to the next level because you're just talking, it doesn't matter. She did let me know, though, that it's up to the girl to end that stage. She said, Mom, guys can get stuck there. You control when you say, hey, what are we doing with this? Are we going to the next level? So I was told that this stage can go so far in terms of how deep the conversation goes and how much you get to know each other. It can go very far because that is how people get to know each other and see if they want to date. Now listen, I don't take issue with this if you're saying that we're going to go as far as we want, hopefully without sex, to determine if we want to date. As long as once we start dating, we're actually exclusively courting to get to the next level, which is marriage. Now, I find all this interesting because I'm getting it from a 16-year-old. She knows more about dating in this time than I do. I'm not old, but I'm a little old school. And it's interesting. It's interesting. The navigation that has to take place in dating now, it's annoying. It's very deceptive. It's deceitful. And I see why those young people are going crazy over relationships. If this is what dating is now, I don't think young people have the capacity or the maturity to, or even the wisdom to handle it. So, all right, my goodness, let me come in. We should all just stop dating and just live. I see why people are skipping this phase and going straight to living together. They're actually skipping to marriage without the paper. But that's a whole nother conversation. I mean, not saying I'm obsessed or anything. Is it too much to get understanding? I believe the way a person shows up is an indication of who they are and what a relationship looks like with them. That's the clarity that's missing. Is misinformation and confusion what a relationship with you will look like? Or do I have to accept that you have a right to keep me in limbo because we are just talking? The frustration of the new dating scene makes me feel like I can go about my business and do whatever I want to do. I have my own life. I make my own money. So at this point in time, I really don't have the time to sit up here and play games with you about what you want to do and whether we talk and whether we do not. What do you want? Listen, if anybody feels the same way, please comment and let me know. I'm just talking. Like and subscribe. But the other part of it is, you think you meet somebody that matches you, right? In terms of them having their own life, they own their own home, they have a good job, and they have it together. You think they would show up the same way you show up, ready. So often in this dating time, I'm finding out that they're not. I want to meet someone and the spark is there. We establish expectations right away of what we want, what we're looking for, and what we want this to be. I think that you should do that so that you don't waste time and you can figure out, as a man, can this woman hold me? Can she hold me down? Can she cover me in the spirit? Can she handle the weight that I carry? Or is she going to add more weight because she doesn't understand what I'm carrying? I'm not saying that you should expect her to carry the weight. No. But it's something about having your cross to bear and your weight to carry and having someone to share the load. A good woman will see where the need is. And she might not carry it, but she will make it a little easier for you to carry. Like if you're out all the time and you're working and you're providing and you have established that she don't have to X, Y, Z, I got this, then she should be able to make sure that you have food, that your home is clean, and your children are well taken care of because she's being taken care of. So that means that if you come across that guy that is about his ladies, he doesn't even want you to carry his load. But it'll mean everything to him that you assist him in life. I can be your confidant and most importantly, your best friend. I give good advice. I meet your mental, emotional, and sexual needs. Come on in here, somebody. We talking about relationships. This is not something that you have to worry about or think about. To me, it comes naturally. I'm not going anywhere and I'm not leaving because I have to share the load and sometimes it's heavy, etc. I told you I'm old school, and some parts of old school I can't get rid of. Like, I've seen the benefits of it and I like it. I like when a man and a woman can work together to create a unit that works. If that's what you're looking for. If you're not looking for a partner or a companion, then this conversation is not for you. Now, on the other side, the woman needs security. She's looking for a friend. As women, we have a lot on our mind. We have a lot in our heart. So when we attach to someone and let them in, we give them that. We also need to know that you're able to share that part of our load with us. Now, again, we're not expecting you to carry it. But because it would be impossible for a man to carry that part of a woman, yeah. See, we're multitaskers. We think of multiple things at multiple times. We are way ahead on so many different things just to make sure that everything runs well, especially if you have kids. If you don't have kids, but we have businesses, I am anticipating the good, the bad, the ugly, how I can keep you happy, keep me happy, keep the employees happy, help keep things running all the time. I have to do all this most of the time. And there's multiple thoughts and multiple tasks that are going through my mind. We're doing something and thinking about something else. And I think that men make a mistake and get overwhelm themselves when they try to understand this part of a woman. We don't need you to understand it. We just need you to be there for us. We need you to hear us when we're ready to vent. We need you to see us and what we're carrying and that we are carrying. The mental load, the emotional load, and the physical load. The other thing we need you to understand is that we actually don't mind doing it. But in order for us to keep doing it, we need you to pour into us and give us stability, security, and love. So you have to meet those needs. And do you know what will happen when you do? You'll see your woman blossom. She will dig deeper. Oh my goodness. She will hold you down in a way you have never seen before. You will see her climb up like a superhero. I mean, she will become the most amazing woman you have ever met in your life. Just for you. Why? Because the spiritual side of this is that God created a woman just for you to help you get to and meet the destiny that God has already preordained and predestined for both of you. So she's created to be your help meet. MEET. I'm giving away, I feel like I'm giving away too much at this point. This is in the book. So y'all get ready for it. It's coming. But I just had to get this out. Man is never at his fullness in his purpose and in his destiny until he has met the woman that God has created for him, his other rib, because his destiny is tied to her. Yes, you can get far, but the completion of everything that you're looking for and everything that you need is tied to her. And let me say this, there is so much more. If you think you have arrived, there is so much more to the height of your joy in this life. And you will not get to it without the rib that's supposed to be in your side. That is why as women, we have to be careful who we pick. We have to make sure we are picking the right spine. Our rib has to fit or it won't work. And we cause harm, trouble, and pain to ourselves. And it is those experiences that causes us to change. So now, when we meet the one, there could be a misalignment because the shape of our bone has changed because of the bad experiences that we've gone through. That's why we have to be careful on our journey, women. I need you to understand your destiny is tied to that spine. And when you meet the right spine, the man that God has created for you, please don't think that you're taking down or that your life and the things you want get put to the side, because it doesn't. But what happens is when you meet the right spine, that right man is equipped. He has been equipped by God with how to cultivate the things that God is placed in you to make you your best self, your destiny, and what God has already preordained and destined for your life. Without the right spine, some women feel like there is something missing, and you will seek fulfillment in different kinds of places and things to fill that need. And still, come out unsatisfied because it wasn't the right place. Yeah, you can go have kids without a man and still come to a place in your life where you feel like something is missing. You begin to take responsibility for things that you wasn't meant to carry by yourself. But you got to read the book. There's so much more that comes after that. And when I say the book, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm talking about my book. It's coming. It's coming. Look out for that. We find ourselves fulfilled these days because we have a lack of knowledge. We are blaming the other sides and we're blaming the wrong people for our own lack of responsibility and honesty to ourselves and our counterparts. I find that because we're not honest about these things, we're not able to show up in a way that is needed for the person that is actually for us. So when the right one comes along, a lot of times we miss it. We've messed over good people. We've missed opportunities when God set the person for you a long time ago. But you have no fight. You ain't have no wisdom to receive or accept or see when it came. I was told that, it's not a good idea to do this, but I'm finding this. Guys don't know what to do. I wish that we could meet each other. We can put things on the line and say, hey, this is where I'm at. This is what I would like and I'm looking for. I wish that we could get our expectation and intentions out like immediately so that we don't waste each other's time. If this is not something that you're ready to participate in, then there's no need for us to even talk. There's no need for us to go down the emotional draining journey, getting to know each other, liking each other, and maybe even getting intimate with each other, knowing it's not going to go anywhere. How about we give ourselves more of a chance to beat the odds by actually starting on a foundation of, okay, we have the same expectations. And now let's see if there's anything along the way that you've experienced that will interfere with us accomplishing the expectations that we have for each other. Okay, all right. All this was in my spirit, y'all, and I needed to get it out. So please know that there's more to come in my next book, and hopefully it's the next one that comes out about dating. I will keep you informed. So like, subscribe, come on over and listen to Rosa Speaks. I'm out. It's so good to get it out. Listen, y'all, Rosa Speaks. DM me, your life coach.